Hello, everyone. I'm Mary Kyriakidi, Global Thought Leader at Cantor, and I'm delighted to be joined here today by Ilaria Lodigiani, who is Barilla's Chief Category and Marketing Officer. Ilaria, welcome.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mary. Very nice to meet you.
Same here, same here. Please tell me a little bit about you and about your job, Ilaria.
Yep. So basically, as you said, I'm the Chief Category and Marketing Officer at Barilla Group. I have experiences in a food and beverage company, but also in tech and in telco. I'm married. As you can hear from my accent, I'm Italian, and as the majority of the Italian, I'm a big food lover.
You think of Italy and instantly you salivate. And I'm loving your background, Ilaria, because,
Okay.
you think of pasta and you think of delicious recipes of traditional cooking with loving hands. And the Barilla brand is at the very center of the category, yet it imbues freshness, having turned family recipes into timeless tales of our changing times. And it has succeeded to stay relevant and strong in an often stereotyped market. I mean, how did you manage to do that? And what kind of ingredients, metaphorically speaking, have you used that set you apart from your competitors?
Yeah, well, so firstly, our first focus has always been on achieving a brand differentiation. And we did that in a way that truly resonate with our people, highlighting the quality of our products, but also focusing on the iconicity of our brands. So while the heritage is something super powerful for us, we always try to find ways to innovate and to remain relevant for our consumers. So the quality perception and also the ability of our products to really perform well is always at the core of any decisions, both when we think about improving our portfolio, but also when we start innovating in some ways. And actually, recently, we started also looking at innovation in different ways. So sometimes we innovate really focusing on a broader group of people. And we have example of innovation like when we launched the egg pasta, or more recently, the albronzo, that is a pasta produced using a bronze dye. In some other cases, we go actually more targeted with our consumers. And we have example like, for example, when we launch the legumes pasta, or when we launch pasta with proteins. So in that case, our main target was those that we call the health conscious. And so basically, as I said, we try to remain relevant. To do that, we understood that we really need to understand our consumers, and we also sometimes we really need to go targeting some in a way and some in others. And to do that, of course, we need to have tools that can allow us to work in that way. So we are shifting our cultures more and more into a brand-led and data-driven company. And to do that, we are balancing what we call the science and the art. And when I say science, I really mean all these partnerships that we do with experts like Kantar, and it's really the use of tools like the brand health tracker that is helping us in understanding consumer behavior, consumer preferences, consumer needs, the evolution of their taste in a way that we don't shape a strategy that then is not talking with what the consumer really want. And then on top of the strategy of the science, sorry, as I said, there is the art. And the art is still the intuition that our talents, our people, our marketeers have and put as an ingredient together with the science to really make our product meaningful and also different.
Excellent. as you said, you've trusted in our hands, and we very much thank you for that. Your brand health tracker. Simply put, it's a piece of research that helps you set the brand strategy, inform your marketing planning, and also very importantly, evaluate the effectiveness of your actions. And we also work very closely with you on the creative development of campaigns, that build sales now, as well as long-term value. And I know that one of your challenges has been to stay vibrant, to stay relevant to consumers, and hence at the top of your game in a very challenging category. Can you please tell me how a brand health measurement system can help a marketer do exactly this, to never lose relevance?
Yeah, so the brand health tracker has been really a key pillar in shaping Barilla strategy. And actually, we partner with you in shaping and developing our brand positioning. So thanks to this tool, we were able to identify which are the relevant spaces for Barilla, which are those spaces that are meaningful for our consumer, and at the same time are those on which, if we invest in the right way, we can really be different from all our competitors. So thanks to this partnership, we identified what we called strategic corridors. We identified 4 strategic corridors, and those were the Italianity, as we call it, the inventiveness, the care, and the heritage. And based on this discover, then we have developed all our campaigns and all our products, really keeping in mind these specific spaces where Barilla wanted to be distinctive compared to the rest of the market. So we work together with you guys and also with our creative agencies, and we developed campaigns that were not meant just to be creative, but were meant to be really impactful, engaging, with brand visibility on them, and able also to trigger the intention to buy. The pasta category is quite a challenging category with a lot of competition in some markets, and with the risk in some cases to become a commodity. So thanks to this framework, it was clear for all of us globally and also in the different markets how to act, on what to focus the most. And we have an amazing example that is the campaign that we launched recently on Albronzo. So Barilla Albronzo was a new, let's say, launch that we had a couple of years ago, that had 2 ambitions. So we had the ambition with our new campaign to deliver the new news around Albronzo, but at the same time, we wanted to premiumize our full portfolio. So it was quite a big challenge. And by focusing on the right spaces, as I mentioned, we were able to really succeed. We were able to trade up our consumers, and at the same time, we were able to make our brand more appealing. So long story short, if the brand tech tracker is used in an efficient way, and is not just the brand tracker, but is also the connection, the strong partnership between the industry and you guys that are really the expert in this area, you really manage data extremely well. Well, this partnership cannot be then successful. And this allowed us to again win on this game that, as I said, considering pasta quite a challenging categories, was like a big achievement for all of us. So thanks for that.
Well, thank you, Ilaria, because in about 5 minutes, you managed to talk about the role of creativity, of innovation, of brand differentiation for a premium price brand, the interplay between tradition and future vision, and also about the role of a brand health tracker in achieving a sustainable long-term growth for your brand. And You had a lot of praise for Kantar too, which is always very welcome and always makes me feel a little bit taller. So it was a delight speaking to you. And I thank you very much for your very honest and very practical advice. Thank
Well,
you.
thanks. Thanks a lot. Ciao, ciao, Mary.
Ciao.